Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. My name is Cami, and today's video is going to be very fun because I am going to be talking about my engagement story, how me and my fiance got engaged, and I'm so excited to talk about this beautiful story. I actually have a lot of kind of wedding content relating about the wedding that I want to make videos about, but I wanted to kind of post this first so I have it for my memory and also so it kind of makes sense. But when did it actually happen? So it happened December 7th, 2025. So 6 months ago, almost 7 months ago already. It was such a beautiful story because it was so well thought out. It was so intentional. It was honestly so sweet. So let's go back kind of a little bit more than like a month, maybe in the beginning of November. My parents had told me that at church they were going to take pictures of the pastoral families so that we could use them for like Christmas cards for anybody that we were going to send them to. So this isn't like necessarily weird or unusual. Mind you, they had told us a month before, me and my sister, so we were like all prepared to take these pictures. So I was like, okay, perfect. So I bought a dress and I made sure I was ready. They had said December 7th at, I believe, 4 p.m. So this was, you know, again, very usual, nothing weird. So the people that had to be there on December 7th were me, Milton, my sister, my brother-in-law, Malachi, and my parents. Okay, everybody's gonna be there. This isn't gonna be weird. So when we were getting ready and when I was almost done, so Milton was gonna pick me up and then take me to church to take these pictures, right? So he was like, actually, on the way to pick you up, we have to make a stop because I'm selling something on Facebook Marketplace, so I need to give it to this lady and then we'll go take pictures. Which kind of annoyed me a little bit because I was like, okay, but we need to make sure we're on time because apparently they had given us a very specific time slot. So I was like, okay, we need to make sure that this lady's there or whatever. Like, I was a little bit annoyed, I'm not gonna lie, because I was like, why can't we sell this another day? Like, why are we doing this right this second, right? Little did I know that this was going to be what helped me get to the place where my sister and Milton had planned the whole engagement, but obviously I didn't know that then. So the way it worked was we went to this park, so I knew it's around maybe like 3:30 and we had to be there at 4. So I was like, okay, we need to make sure this is fast. So Milton was selling a printer and then like a jump starter or something like that, and he was like, oh babe, can you help me? Like, I can't carry both things. So I was like, okay. Mind you, we were in the middle of a park and I was like, this is very weird. Like, mind you, Milton sells a bunch of stuff on Facebook Marketplace all the time, but it's normally in a parking lot of a random store, never in a park. So I was like, this is creepy-o. And I did tell him, like, this is kind of creepy, like, are you sure this is safe? Like, I'm a little bit confused by this setup. He's like, no, it's fine, like, I've sold stuff here before. So I was like, okay, this is very weird, but okay, go off. So I get out of the truck, Milton hands me the jump starter and he has the printer. So we start walking. So I was like, wait, where are we walking? I thought this lady was just gonna pick it up. And he was like, no, we're gonna walk to the place. So I said, okay, no problem. So we're walking down this, like, I guess road or whatever, paved path in this park. When we get to the end of the path, I see my sister on the left, which I was so confused because again, I was thinking we're gonna go give this to this lady. So then I see my sister and then I was like, wait. And then I looked in front of me and that's where they had the whole setup saying, marry me in big letters and then a rose heart, and in the middle it said, ¿Quieres casarte conmigo? Which I thought was a beautiful touch, it being bilingual. But then I started crying. I was actually genuinely confused because I thought we were going to just go take pictures. It was gonna be a normal day. Like, me and Milton had talked about getting engaged, but he had told me maybe February, right? So I was not thinking it was gonna happen in December. I was like, okay, no problem, like, whatever. I just told him to give me a timeline so I would kind of sort of know. So when I saw this, when I walked down that path and I saw all those letters and the whole setup, I was literally so shocked because I did not expect it at all. So then I see my sister, then I start crying, then my sister and Nathan take the stuff out of our hands because obviously the whole marketplace ploy was not real. And then we walked down this beautiful like red little carpet that they had there, and the ring was at the end. So then Milton grabs the ring, he goes down on one knee, and if I'm being honest, now I understand why people say I have no idea what he said. I kind of remember sort of the gist, but I really do not remember word for word what he said. But it was something like, you know, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. I think part of it was also in English and Spanish. Not everything was in English. I did not expect it. It came out of nowhere. But of course I said yes. And I was so excited. And also something I didn't know was my sister or Nathan, one of them on the phone, was on FaceTime with my parents. So my parents actually saw it in real time. And I didn't know that because obviously I was like so focused on Milton. And then he gave me my beautiful ring, which I am literally obsessed with. I love it so much. And he did it so amazing. amazing. Everything was above and beyond what I expected or even wanted. Like Milton and my sister went above and beyond, and they did such an amazing job. I love my sister so much for helping Milton, and Milton just went above and beyond for me. It was so beautiful. So then we like celebrated and we took a bunch of pictures, and it was such a beautiful moment. We were there for like maybe 30-40 minutes, but then in my mind, for some reason in my mind, I thought we were still taking these pictures. But then my sister was like, no girl, the pictures didn't exist. There was no pictures. So I was like, okay. But here's how like kind of the timeline of the day had gone. So we were supposed to take pictures, right, at like 3:30 or 4, and then after, because December 7th is like a Colombian holiday, is el Dia de las Velitas, so we were going to my aunt's house after that, after the pictures, to celebrate that with my cousins and everything. So I was like, wait, so is everything a lie, or is just the pictures a lie? Like, what are we doing specifically? So my sister said, no, the pictures were a lie, but the actual Colombian Dia de las Velitas celebration, that is true. So I said, okay, but my sister said we need to pass by my parents' house to pick them up, and then we're just gonna go to my aunt's house. Mind you, we all live like 10 minutes away from each other. So I was like, okay, perfect. So we're driving. Mind you, the drive from that park to my parents' house was the most insane sunset I had ever seen in my life. Like, it was me and Milton in his truck. We were both crying. We were just praying. We were so thankful, and the sunset was insane. Like, I've literally never seen a better sunset in my life. And also, I thought it was really pretty that the way that it took us to my parents' house, we actually passed our wedding venue, and I was like, oh my goodness. Like, the wedding venue we ended up choosing, obviously at that point, like, I didn't necessarily know, but like the one we ended up choosing, we ended up passing when we got engaged, and I thought that was so beautiful. So then we get to my parents' house, right? We park, everything's normal. So my sister was like, oh, can you go get them? So I was like, okay. So me and Milton got out the car, and we were first because we got there first. So I didn't really think anything of it. But then, little did I know, I opened the door and they had planned a surprise engagement party as well. When I tell you, I was so shocked. Like, I was quadruple shocked. Like, I was speechless. I started crying. Like, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to react. I was so shocked because my family was there, my grandma was there, several people flew in, mentors were there, his whole family was there. My best friend flew in to be there. She had just come to Raleigh like 2 weeks prior to like just be with me, but little did I know she was gonna come again to be with me for my engagement party. My aunt was there, like 20 or 30 people were there. His best friend was there. It was stunning. Like, I was so shocked that they surprised me. It was like a double surprise. Like, I was so overwhelmed. Like, I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to feel. And it was such a fun time. And also, when Nathan was FaceTiming my parents, everybody actually saw it in real time. Everybody there saw us get engaged in real time, which I thought was really sweet, really wholesome, and I love that it all happened that way. But we had a blast. Like, everybody was asking us how it happened, how I felt, asking to show the ring. My mom had done like this beautiful charcuterie situation. There were such beautiful like decorations everywhere. My aunt made a banner. Like, that night I went to sleep, I felt like I had run a marathon or something because my adrenaline was so high, and I was like, what is happening? Like, it was the best engagement, surprise engagement party I could have ever like asked for. Like, they went above and beyond. Everybody in my family, his family, Milton and my sister, like, went above and beyond and everything, and I absolutely loved it. I love everybody that was there. I'm so grateful and thankful that they put so much effort and time into it. It was just so stunning. I loved every part of it. And yeah, that's like a run through our engagement, and we are getting married in like 2 months, and I was so excited about it. I'm so excited to show you guys all the kind of other videos that I have of like asking my bridesmaids to be my bridesmaids, and like my bridal shower, my bachelorette. There's so much fun stuff to talk about in this wedding season. 2 short months left. It feels like a long time, but also like 3 seconds. So I'm so excited about it. But that is how we got engaged. That is our story. I can't wait to be able to hopefully show our kids this video on how it actually happened, with all the pictures and all the videos included, and I can't wait to watch this back for many years to come. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share it with anybody else. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.